Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the Division Z podcast in 2022. My name is Jason.
And I am K Cosmic.
My friend, it's another year to hopefully kick some ass and to try to stay positive about zombies right now.
Absolutely, because, last year Zombies was pretty good until, I don't know, roughly November.
I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell.
Maybe November 6th, somewhere around that time period,
I don't know.
roughly. Who knows? But no, you're very right. This year is the year we're going to be positive about zombies.
Correct.
Sledgehammer, and this is all leaked information, are going to add in round-based maps.
Right, of course.
They're going to add in proper perk system.
Right.
They're going to add in weapons that actually kill zombies after round 2.
Yes.
All this stuff here, and honestly, it's true, guys. They're just having another holiday, and after they're back from this holiday that we've had, the second one after this game has been released,
right,
they'll get to work on the important stuff.
Right, of course.
Hopefully.
The thing is with zombies, man, it's kind of wild to think about that we're here now. I mean, after the crazy year that was Black Ops Cold War, like I just would never have imagined that we would be here in this state so quickly. I mean, it's wild. It's wild that we have zombies in a game, but it doesn't feel like we do. And it's kind of unfortunate.
It feels like, in a way, it feels worse than COD Mobile Zombies. I'm going to give you an example of what Sledgehammer did. The POV, you're watching Sledgehammer just after they released their game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Off to the darkness to go. They just go away.
Just silence, just nothing.
Just go away.
Yeah.
We're done with the game. It's finished. It's a finished product. We're working on Vanguard 2 now.
I mean, I think that's pretty debatable that if it's a finished product or not. Let's be real.
No, obviously it's not finished. They got rushed. They definitely got rushed or something. Or some people are saying they're doing it on purpose to show it to Activision.
Right. I did hear about that.
Some people are really thinking that. I don't know if that's necessarily the case.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I think what it kind of comes down to maybe is maybe a lack of passion for the game, first of all, and just
I mean, I don't know, right? Because it could be a lack of passion. It could be, the community already didn't like the fact that it was going to be a World War II setting, so they didn't want to do as much. I don't know. Like it's hard to tell. It's really, really hard to tell with something like this.
And I don't think it sales, because I know the game sold the worst that it ever has in the past 14 years in the UK at least.
Yeah.
But it's still the best-selling game in the UK of that year, I think.
Really? So of 2021, Vanguard is the best-selling game, despite it being one of the lowest earning Call of Duty games in the UK. Is that really?
I am pretty sure, and I think it might be like that for the US, because it outsold Battlefield by a mile, by a lot.
Well, I mean, Call of Duty, I think every year is going to outsell Battlefield at this point, just because of it's just Call of Duty, and it's a bigger brand than Battlefield. And Battlefield 2042 kind of shot themselves in the foot too. But at least with them, they're really trying to fix everything, and they hired a whole new team. And I forgot who it was. I forgot the guy's name, but some guy who worked on OG Modern Warfare 2 is on the new development team from Battlefield 2042.
Okay.
So it's like, all right, they're really trying to get people who know what they're doing into the mix here. As Cosmic is doing the Rainbow Perk Challenge on his face cam.
I'm adjusting my new lighting. I feel like I'm a little bit too bright. I'm sure that's fine just there.
What kind of light? What kind of new light did you get?
So it's a ring light. It's a massive ring light, and I was tempted to get like the Elgato one, obviously, because they look cool. They look, they're very expensive, but they look nice, right? Mm-hmm. And there are so many times I almost bought it, and I guess I seen in my local Walmart they had this one that is really good. Like, it comes on a proper stand and all that. Has like the proper ring light. I was gonna buy 2. I only bought 1. I should have bought 2. So I'd like it from different angles. But I got that for essentially $20, and it's all right. It does the job. It's much better than my old lighting I had. Once I get my new camera, I'm hoping that it just makes it overall look a lot more crisp.
Oh yeah,
I can play around. I can play around the settings a little bit more. But no, I'm still getting used to it. It has this little control pad, and like fuck about with the lightings. Like if I want warm, if I want light, if I want like sunlight, I can do all that stuff. I'm a big fancy YouTuber.
Big fancy YouTuber.
Big fancy YouTuber.
You have daylight and tungsten lighting, and now everyone can be like, whoa, fancy guy.
Fancy guy. Absolutely. I got the jug fridge in the background.
Jug fridge. That's how you know you're an official Call of Duty Zombies YouTube channel. I mean, that's just how it is.
And you want to know something? That hasn't been plugged in the past 2 years.
Hey, that's fine. What? We don't need to be plugged in. I mean, you just have it. It's like you got the Black Ops 4 mystery box somewhere back there too. You're an official Zombies YouTuber now.
Here, I haven't turned on power. That's why it's not like
no power challenge in Scotland.
Yeah, it's canon. You see, it's canon to the Zombies storyline because I just haven't turned on power.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
So that's my fridge for you, ladies and gentlemen.
But anyways, I think when it comes to zombies in 2022, I think we can try to be optimistic in the fact that I think what it's going to come down to this year, I know 2023 is when we're going to have the next Treyarch game, but I think what's going to come down to this year particularly is it's going to be the community who are going to be keeping this alive and keeping zombies alive for the most part, making videos, making let's plays or anything like that, just to keep even if it's on a downtrend and even if we're in a down period, the zombies community always finds a way to survive and adapt. So I think
there's multiple examples. There's Infinite Warfare. That was a very, very strong time where the community was really not doing well, and then obviously Zombies Chronicles came out and saved us.
That just exploded.
Yeah, we didn't have that luxury during World War II, and Black Ops 4 is a Treyarch game, so we shouldn't really need it. But we survived through that. World War II, things got pretty dry, but that was roughly the time when Fortnite came out as well. So that kind of caused some other issues. Then Black Ops 4 came out, and people
very, very mixed reactions. But I think overall, Black Ops 4 is a good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you had the Modern Warfare season, right? Between Black Ops 4 and Cold War, you had the Modern Warfare season, which was kind of a weird time, to be honest. Like, no one really knew what was going on and what they were doing, it felt like.
And honestly, in a way, it was all right because it gave us a break. There was no expectations. There was no like, oh my God, this game sucks. And honestly, I think Zombies, when Modern Warfare 2019 was out, the community in general was in a much better state than Vanguard Zombies because...
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
All, there's a few reasons. First of all, we've completely lost trust in the developer. Like that's beyond Black Ops 4 level. Like muck up. In honesty, the marketing, we've completely lost trust in that because the trailer made it look so much better than it actually was.
That is true.
And here's the thing: with Black Ops 4, with Voyage of Despair, with IX, with Blood. At least they didn't like hide what the game actually was, Sure, there's bugs here and there, but they weren't hiding or like lying about the actual product you're kind of getting. I know there's a few things like factions. I know factions.
Factions was kind of a rough thing for the community to swallow. Yeah,
but since that isn't exactly like gameplay focused and more like the grind focused, I wouldn't consider it such a betrayal. It's still annoying that it didn't come to the game, but as time's gone on, it's like if people weren't enjoying the game without factions,
because time has gone on and people are just kind of like whatever, right? Like we still remember that factions should have been in the game from the start, and it would have been great to have them. But I think now the community is just kind of like,
who cares?
Whatever. I mean, it's a mistake. And Treyarch can move on from that mistake. I originally thought, I think I mentioned this on another episode of the podcast. I think I did mention this. I thought that factions were going to be coming to Cold War because of Requiem and Omega. And I thought it was going to be like, so they were saving it to Black Ops Cold War to make it a good system. And like, da-da-da. And then they just didn't do that. Which I think, honestly, as much as I love Black Ops Cold War, one of my favorite games ever, I think that game could have definitely benefited from a faction system. But you know what? Yeah. Hey, it's whatever. I think everyone's kind of forgotten about factions, and everyone's just kind of been like, all right, let's move on.
Yeah. I think something else that's been kind of like going around the community recently is definitely a lot more multiplayer focused, but I think it's kind of riding off the whole idea of factions. is supply drops versus battle pass.
Yeah, right? That's another thing.
We've talked about it a few times. We might even kind of went over it a little bit on last week's episode. But do you feel like, in a way, that not having supply drops, not having a constant currency you can grind, kind of takes away from the replay value of COD, both in zombies and then also in what if there? Because you can look up Black Ops 3 zombies and say, like with the Vinium, that was a reason to grind. Sure, you could buy it, but if you're going to like round 200 for whatever, or you're doing an Easter egg, you're not just doing it for the sheer enjoyment. Now, obviously, you're earning XP, but after you're like level 55 and you have everything unlocked, who cares? Who cares about XP? It doesn't really matter.
I think the thing is, when it comes to something like that, I think that having the bundle system and the store system we have currently in like Cold War and Vanguard and whatever, I think that is better than supply drops, but not for the reason people might think. I think it's a better system because, number one, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to try to get what you want to get, and number two, you know, it makes things a lot more simple. It makes things a lot more simple. Like you get what you get, kind of a thing. And now, however, it's definitely not a perfect system because a lot of these bundles are $20, and you know, no one wants to spend an extra $20 sometimes to buy a bundle. I get that. Yeah. Where I think they should have done it is like they did with Black Ops 4 at the end of that game, where they, you know, obviously they did the supply crates, and you can trade it in for a mastercraft, you can trade it in for a weapon or whatever.
And you can also buy it.
And you can also buy it if you wanted to as well. But see, here's the biggest part about it to me is with the in-game currency. Yeah, you definitely need a system there. You definitely need a something to earn so that you can spend that thing you earned on those bundles. Whether it be, I think it should have been Ethereum crystals, to be honest with you. I think it should have been continued on where you have Ethereum crystals and you can decide, okay, do I want to grind for this really cool looking weapon, or do I want to just focus on upgrading all my skills first? You know? Yeah. So I think that would have been a really great system. Who the hell cares if it's like, oh, I'm in multiplayer and I earned like raw Ethereum crystals, right? It's just a currency. It's just an in-game whatever, because zombies and all that's already tied into everything and to begin with. But you know, I think that's what it should have been. You know, you want to talk about, you know, like the crypto keys and the salvage and, you know, other systems that we had in past games. Raw Ethereum crystals could have been the system for this game, where now not only are you using it for getting a supply drop, or not a supply drop, a bundle, you can also use it to upgrade your perks, and you can use it to upgrade your weapons and all that kind of stuff. So I that's what I think should have happened, if you want to make it like a perfect system. And then, of course, you can pay for it if you want to spend $20, like whatever, right?
Yeah, I think the option should be there for both, right?
For sure.
And if they really want to, you know, milk their a really cool bundle, sure, maybe make it so it's an exclusive. You know, like, okay, you can't earn this with COD Point.
Well, there were actually a few packs like that in Cold War where you couldn't use COD points. It was straight up, give us $20. Like straight up.
There you go. Even like that. It could have a system like that where there's a black market per se. You can earn most of the stuff in the black market, but then you go to, like, I don't know, a different section called the Collectors Club, right? Where it's $20 for the skin. You know, $20 for this weapon, the camo. One thing I would love them to go back to would be the classic camouflage system where you buy camo, it goes on all weapons.
I would agree.
It goes on all of them. Because it's so silly when you buy really cool camo and then you just can't use it on any other weapon.
I think it's really silly when you're trying to use Dark Ether and it doesn't cover the whole weapon. You know, like, I think that's pretty silly. Again, as much as I love Black Ops Cold War, I think that's just one of the weirdest things about that game. Like, why?
Why is that there?
Why does Dark Ether not cover the entire weapon? And also another thing that I gotta say, like, why is like for Black Ops Cold War, if you buy a Mastercraft and then you put an attachment on that Mastercraft that's not the, how do I explain it? It's like, let's say like the extended barrel or whatever for the XM4. Because it's that extended barrel that has been skinned for that particular Mastercraft, if you put any other barrel like on there, like a short barrel or whatever, it's going to be like the normal, plain, whatever short barrel. I think it was back in Black Ops 4. It literally didn't matter what attachment you put on the Mastercraft. There was an attachment specifically designed, or every attachment was specifically designed for that Mastercraft. And I feel like that, I think Black Ops Cold War could have definitely benefited from that. Like, I know it's a lot of work getting all of those attachments, like 55 attachments to be skinned and perfect and textured and things like I get it's a lot of work, but I really do think it could have benefited from that. And it really, I think, would have benefited people and given people more of an incentive to buy the packs too, because sometimes it's like, oh, this bundle comes with a thermal. I don't want the thermal sight. And then you want to put on like a red dot, and it's like, oh, this red dot looks like shit on here because it's not custom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think when you're paying $20, that should be something that you get. You know, like you're paying that money for one weapon, one skin, maybe a calling card. You know, I think they should go the little bit extra. When they can.
Yeah, you know? For sure.
And again, understand that it's a little bit more work and stuff. And for me personally, I don't really buy bundles or anything like that. I don't care. I would rather put my money into other stuff like a battle pass or, you know, some other form of like something else, right? Something that I'm going to look back on in like a few years. I'm like, okay, that was an okay investment. Like a game, for example. But for the bundles in the shop, I don't really buy them, but for the people that do, I feel like they should get a little bit extra, considering that one gun costs half the game price.
I definitely agree.
Depending on what version you get, obviously with next gen, I'm pretty sure it's like $70.
I mean, if you want to get the cross generation edition, which I did for both Cold War and Vanguard, and I still don't have a PS5.
One day,
maybe one day.
Here's what I think will happen. I think they'll release PS5 Pro information soon, if I'm being completely honest. I think,
and then it's going to be the PS6, and the PS5s aren't going to be in stock.
And then the PS6 will be a bunch of copies. There'll be a bunch of copies out. The PS6 will just be a software you're downloading your PC.
Dude, it won't be an actual console. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. It's like a game launcher, kind of like Steam or whatever. I mean, it's not a bad idea.
No.
But speaking of PlayStation, this thought just randomly popped in my head right now. I don't know if you saw Relaxing End. What a throwback name. Relaxing End posted a video. It was a knockoff PS5 console called the GS5. And it's like this tiny little PS5 like this. And you plug in like this really weird looking controller. It looks like it's a PS1 controller. And you plug it in, and it's a bunch of retro games, and it's like Tetris and like Arkanoid and
that's cool,
random things like that. Like it's kind of cool, but I just think it's funny where it's like it's a tiny little model like this big, and it looks like the PS5, and so they're trying to be like, oh, the GS5, like
this is the GS5 next step in gaming hardware. Play all the classic retro games. Mum, can we have PS5? We have PS5 at home. PS5 at home. The small PS5.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, and what's weird, too, is like all the games are in black and white, too. So you're just like, what the heck? Like, I don't know. I think little anomalies like that are kind of funny, where it's like, okay, you know, making a little console with a bunch of retro games on it. Some of them I haven't even heard of, or they probably don't even exist, and they probably just made them for that. Who knows?
I mean, things like that happen a lot where, you know, companies will try and market off other successful things, especially like with PS5. It's actually a good idea to try and like get in that, just because
I totally understand why people do it.
The storage of it, obviously. I was quite lucky to get my PS5 because my local game shop had one. I got it for retail price, luckily. And I have to say it's good. You know, it's a lot more convenient than having to use a PS4. It's very big and a little bit awkward to put places. I do plan on, you know, like the wings it has. I don't know what side panels.
Oh yeah.
They've released they released a trailer for new ones of them they're going to be releasing, and there's this really nice like reddish pink color that you can get for it. So I think I'm going to get that.
Okay.
And they cost a bit of money for a bit of plastic, but
for a skin, basically.
Yeah, it does look cool though, and I do fully intend to go for that.
You're basically buying a real life bundle.
Yes, I am. I'm buying a cosmetic.
You're buying a real life bundle.
We all buy cosmetics.
True. True. I mean, everybody buys cosmetics and everybody buys, things. I mean, both of our entire setups. Well, I mean, not entire setups, but like, some parts of our setups are cosmetic. But, I mean, the jug fridge, of course.
Here's the thing, right? Here's a fun concept. These are pay to win because I can hear people better.
I mean, in a roundabout way, you could say. But like at the same time, it's accessible to anybody who has the money.
It's paid to win.
I mean, at least when you go and buy it, supply drops. Supply drops are random. You see that what you're getting, just like the actual bundles in Cold War. You know what you're getting. So you know what? That just proves my point that it's a much better system. You want those headphones? Okay, buy those headphones. You don't go down. You don't go down to fucking GameStop or Target and be like, yeah, hey, I want a random chance at getting the headphones that I want. Like,
there know something, right?
What's that?
I actually think that'd be a fun concept. Imagine you put like $100 down, right? And there's items that range from like $1 all the way up to like $500, right? So there's just let's say they're all like tickets, right? And they're all the same tickets, and you have to pick your hand in and randomly pick one out, right? So bunch of iPhones, bunch of packet of some chocolate, I don't know, some random things that are cheap. And then there's the PS5, right? So like gambling essentially, right? It's like gambling because you're trying to get that PS5. I think that'd be an interesting system. I genuinely think that'd be an interesting system because you could come up with so much more.
I mean, maybe. I mean, if you can guarantee you will walk away with some kind of value, I mean, I don't know, like some kind of physical, tangible
item,
like value. Like, yeah, there's some kind of item
whether it's sunglasses or a PS5, something that you're gonna
there has to be value.
And again, it's you that are taking the risk with that,
right?
You're taking the risk because they could lose out on like $400 because
what's PS5. Funny is I remember back in 2019 when I went to Anime Expo, one of the things that I did was there was a crate, it's like a mystery crate thing. I forgot the name of the company. Oh my God, it's gonna drive me crazy now that I mentioned it and I forgot the name of the company. But it was like, all right, pay like $30, $40 or whatever it was, get random stuff, right? And it was like a T-shirt, a manga, and like some other accessories. So it was like worth the value of the crate, right? But you got a random thing, which I thought it was kind of a cool concept. Oh my God, what was it called? I'm gonna lose it.
We have stuff like that here. There's a shop that actually does something. It's like a random gift box. It's called a HMV. I don't think you have them here. It's like a DVD.
I've never heard of HMV.
It's like a music game DVD shop. And you walk in, right? And this is like for all of them in all locations. I've been to a few of them. And at the front, there'll be like this little section, and it's the only shop that does them pretty much in the UK. And it's with a bunch of gaming stuff. So you pay like $20, £20, even, right? And inside it, again, you'll get like your T-shirt, you'll get your whatever, maybe like a Funko Pop if you're lucky or something, and a few other bits here and there. But it's completely random.
I see.
But you're getting pretty much the same value of like all the you're getting your values worth. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I know it's not like I know it's not the same concept, but in the roundabout way, it's almost the same concept. Where have you heard of like Boxu and like companies like that? They'll do there's like Japan themed crates that like you subscribe to it, and every month there's a new crate filled with like Japanese food and snacks.
Yes, I do know that.
And so it's like in a roundabout way, you don't know what you're getting, but there's like a theme to it. So at least you're getting food, and at least you're getting like some kind of interesting thing to try.
And since it comes from Japan, it's like you probably would never had it before.
Right.
So even if you end up hating it, it's like, well, that's an experience. That's what I like when it comes to food.
What if I buy a Scotland box? Well, what kind of food would I get from Scotland if there was a Scotland mystery box?
Trying to think here. I mean, you're probably mostly looking at like chocolate and like
chocolate.
like candy and that, right?
Okay.
And if for drinks, do you know what an Iron Brew is?
I don't.
No, so that's like our soda. That's something we've made.
Okay.
It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's really nice. It's orange. It's a good drink. I quite like it. Okay. I think I prefer cola, but it's like that's like something that we're quite well known for in Scotland. Okay. It's not a UK thing. I don't think you get it down in England, but Iron Brew is a very popular thing here. So you probably get one of them.
Okay. All right.
Instead of for chocolates and that, I'm trying to think what would be the most popular. Name a few chocolate bars you get, and I'll.
I mean, we have Hershey's, Kit Kats.
Okay, Kit Kats, yeah.
Snickers, Twix.
What about Mars bars? You have a Mars bars?
Mars, I'm pretty sure we have Mars.
Yeah, Mars bars. I'm trying to think what's the difference because I know there's. What about Crunchy? Do you have a Crunchy bar?
A Crunchy bar. Well, we have just Crunch, not Crunchy.
Our Crunchy bar is like how do you describe it?
We're a zombies podcast, by the way.
We're a zombie podcast. So it's like a honeycomb. It's like a honeycomb.
Oh yeah, no, okay, no, nothing honey, yeah. No.
So it's not honeycomb, but it's like it's like in terms of chocolate and that.
Is it made by Nestle? Because maybe. It's Nestle Crunch bar is what we have over there.
What's the packaging? Is it like a golden?
It's blue and it's got red crunch on the front.
No, that's
okay.
not. No.
So it's different. Yeah,
so it's different.
Okay.
So you probably get one of them. We do have a few range of sweets. Like we have these things called like squishies. I can't remember what they're called.
I mean, okay,
squashies,
so
I think.
Do you guys have like Mike and Ike's?
No.
And
no.
Like what's like Sour Patch Kids?
So you can get Sour Patch Kids here. You can get that. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's
so the American crate would probably have Mike and Ike's. It's like squishy gummy candy.
Yeah.
I assume you guys have Reese's Puffs or like Reese's peanut butter chocolate cups, right?
Yes, we do. Yes, that's something we do have. Yeah.
What would be? I mean, probably some soda that you guys don't have over there. Like, I mean, I'm sure everybody. I'm sure everywhere has Coca-Cola and Pepsi. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because it's a
Sprite,
large Sprite, everything kind of like that.
I really don't know what would be in the American crate.
Shoot, I'll tell you something we don't get for McDonald's. We get a lot less items than you do.
Oh wow, so that's probably a good thing.
For example, like the McRib.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we've ever had that here before.
Okay, well the American crate, I'll throw in a McRib for you, so you can have it.
Yeah. Just have that there. Just put it in like a bag or something. Nothing's too secure. Just put it like a bag or something.
Yeah, no, not even like refrigerated or anything. Just it's gonna sit there. No. Yeah, as it travels thousands of miles overseas and it gets rotten and stale.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's something we don't. We're a zombies podcast.
We're a zombies podcast. Hey, you know what though? Low key, since we're talking about candy and stuff, I think it'd be really cool because people have made the perks in real life, right?
Yeah.
What about the Infinite Warfare candy in real life?
I imagine that tastes pretty nice.
And Up and Adams and Bang Bangs, because I've been playing Infinite Warfare Zombies recently. And I want to try out all the maps I haven't tried out this next year. Make those into videos. Let's be honest, because it's content. It's fun.
Zombies content.
And hey, maybe I'll get a subscription to Boxu too. We can do mystery crate box on openings.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, very good. I imagine they would taste very nice. But even if you, I remember when the game came out. You can look on the packaging and see the ingredients, and it
for sure. Oh shit,
has some funny stuff. It's like with Cold War. You know how you can see all the ingredients in that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's like that, or it says something like you shouldn't be reading this, or something. I'm pretty sure they put something in there like, oh, I don't know why you're reading this, or something like that.
You shouldn't be reading this. You probably will not eat this ever again. That's pretty funny.
Oh my God.
I mean, hey, Infinite Warfare Zombies, though. I was playing Spaceland the other day, and it's not as bad as I remembered it being.
No.
I actually was having some fun with it. My chat was helping me build the wonder weapons, because I don't know much about that. And then some of the guns feel pretty good to play with. Yeah, just overall, it's not bad. I was going through the salvage system and looking at all the variants of the weapons and stuff, and it's really interesting. It's really cool. And
do you think a future zombies game? Do you think that could possibly be like a right way to go with it?
For sure,
in terms of grinding stuff.
I could see that happening.
I think Infinite Warfare's done it the best out for zombies, at least. For multiplayer, you can look at like Black Ops 4 or like COD 4 remastered or World War II even. But I feel like Infinite Warfare, because it gives you that path to grind towards what you want to grind to.
Right.
And at the same time, I also think that they got Fate and Fortune cards, Gobblegums, pretty well done. You got some ones that are going to be really powerful, that are going to be really good for situations like boss fights, and then you have ones that are pretty meh, but they're all pretty okay as well. You're not going to go in and it's not going to be like, oh, this is just pointless,
Yeah, I only really used a couple of Fate and Fortune cards. I used, I remember
Irish
Mana
Luck.
Up.
Did you use Irish Luck?
I didn't think I used that. I don't think I used that one on my stream the other day. I used the the Anywhere But Here clone or whatever it's called. And then I used this other one called Dragon's Breath, where it's you spawn in this like laser gun. And it's like it's kind of interesting. It's a cool concept.
Well, Irish Luck is a DLC Fate card, and it gives you a random Fate or Fortune card.
That's so basically flavor hex.
Yeah, but it's free. Like it's a default one, and you can get it from level 1.
That's not bad.
So you could potentially get a Ghost and Scows. Obviously, because that's how you get a Perkaholic. You have to do the Ghost and Scows. The little mini game. Do you remember it?
Vaguely, yeah.
So yeah, you go into like a game machine and you have to you have to play the game, obviously, and you have to complete it. And then you get your Perkaholic. But then you get other random stuff. You can randomly get the Wonder Weapon. You can get access to Double Pack-a-Punch. There's a lot to it, and I mean the game is good in terms of like rewarding the player. At least I think.
Because my chat was telling me the other day, like Director's Cut. You get Director's Cut. You start the game with all the perks, with a bunch of points, and like all the Easter eggs are different in Director's Cut.
Yeah. So
like, that's a really interesting concept. That's a really awesome concept, actually.
Yeah. So they're not like different in terms of like they're easier. The Easter eggs play completely different. Completely different, obviously.
Oh, completely different.
Challenge Shuffle. So Challenge Shuffle is I'm pretty sure that's fairly not a fun one to do when you're doing it, on Director's Cut. But once you do get Director's Cut, it makes it a much better experience because all the annoying, tedious stuff becomes a little bit more tolerable. So it makes a lot of the Easter eggs a lot more enjoyable, kind of going around them the second time, especially after just playing it in the normal mode that you normally get in any zombies game.
Yeah, and then my chat was also telling me that just the normal base Easter eggs. I mean, I'm like learning all this for the first time because I barely played Infinite Warfare Zombies. So like, the chat was telling me for Spaceland, the more people you have, the harder that Easter egg is.
Yeah,
because there's like multiple bosses per person.
Yeah. So what happens is you on solo you get one alien in the boss fight, which is still quite hard.
I remember them saying that
when
now.
When you're playing with 4 players, I think it stops at 3.
Oh, it stops at 3. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it stops at 3, but it could possibly be 4. Like it could be 4. I haven't done the Easter egg that much to really know if it is or not. But yeah, that one especially is a little bit harder in 4-player.
And so you get Director's Cut by completing all the Easter eggs and then beating Mephistopheles, right?
So no, you get Director's Cut. Okay. Do all the Easter eggs.
Okay.
You get Director's Cut.
Okay.
Right? So then what you do is do all the Easter eggs again.
Okay.
In Director's Cut. And then
do the Easter eggs in Director's Cut to unlock Director's Cut.
No, so you get Director's Cut by completing all the Easter eggs the first time.
Okay.
So
you don't have to do Mephistopheles.
No, you go into Mephistopheles with Director's Cut.
With Director's Cut.
You're playing it. To unlock it, you have to. So complete unlocking director's cut is just you doing all the Easter eggs.
Then you do all the Easter eggs in director's cut, and that unlocks Mephistopheles.
Yeah, that's the super Easter egg.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure you don't have to do Zombies in Spaceland as your normal characters. I'm pretty sure for Zombies in Spaceland, you go in as Willard Wyler.
Oh.
Because he's a playable character in that map. But then you're also in director's cut. But then you get his melee weapon. So you go in with his like little knife thing. So you don't spawn
really
him with
weird.
Pistol. Yeah. So it's different. So you do that, you go out of that. I'm pretty sure you beat Mephistopheles, and then after it, they throw Willard Wyler into the Zombies in Spaceland or something. And there's an order it happens in, and it's a little bit confusing. But
the fact of the matter is that there are so many parts to it. It makes me honestly want to just try it out. I'm gonna play more Infinite Warfare, to be honest. Like I wanna really try to learn more stuff about this game, because I don't know much about it, and people are saying, "Oh yeah, this is the best non-Treyarch zombies."
Yeah,
and
by far.
From what I've been hearing and learning about it recently, it really does seem like this could be really, really fun to play. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing the other maps, such as Raven the Redwoods and Shaolin Shuffle. And I know Beast from Beyond. I've seen some gameplay of that, and it doesn't look great. But
yes,
I don't know.
But with Beast from Beyond, here's what's good about it. Because with it, essentially, when you don't have power on, cryptids only spawn in, right?
Okay.
And it's an absolute pain when you don't have director's cut. But once you have director's cut and you get the right weapon off the wall, and you can double pack a punch by having a special fate and fortune card, because you already have every weapon you get will be pack a punch.
Oh wow!
You know, when you spawn in with director's cut, so
kind of like a Revelations kind of a thing, right?
So yeah, so you spawn in with a pack a punch pistol. The mission box weapons are all pack a punched.
Wow.
Wall weapons are pack a punch, right? So essentially, with cryptids, it makes the rounds go a lot faster, because only a certain amount spawn in per round compared to a bunch of zombies. And it's really easy because you can camp in a hallway. And it means you can unlock salvage or crypto keys or whatever they're called really fast. So it's a really good way of grinding keys if you care about the game. And honestly, the map might not be great, but you can take full advantage of unlocking everything in the game just by sitting in a corner killing them pretty much, which is really good. So
interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know which one to try out first, though. I know I want to do... Honestly, I think I'm going to try out... No. I just decided right now. Right now, executive order. I'm trying them out in order from what I haven't played yet. So we're going to start with Raven the Redwoods, then go down to Shaolin Shuffle. I've already played Attack of the Radioactive Thing, and then I'll play Beast from Beyond. But I would love to do the Easter eggs for all of them eventually, and
and have a video.
Probably make a video about it, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens.
I want to do stuff like that. I want to do each Easter egg and make it into a video in 2022. That's a goal I have. So
there you go.
Whether I upload once a week or once every 2 weeks, I want that to be like a well edited video playthrough of doing all the Easter eggs.
I get what you're saying.
Just to kill time, really, until the next zombie game comes out, because we need to do something, So that will probably be what the main focus will be, because there's not really much else they can do. Like, what we're gonna do for I don't know.
I mean, the thing is, I've been making some Cold War videos recently.
You've been doing some challenges, haven't you?
I mean, I've just been kind of vibing.
You've been vibing.
I'm just kind of vibing on Cold War right now. I mean,
enjoying a good game.
There were a few ranking videos that I still wanted to make, and what was the last video I made? Well, the last video I made was my year in review, my retrospective. But I've been doing custom zombies too. That's another thing that I've been doing. A lot of custom zombies recently, going back to Cold War, and then here and there doing a Vanguard video, like, oh yeah, I got gold on this weapon, yay, kind of a thing. Which, I don't mind. Here's the thing: if there's something for me in Vanguard to do, I'll do it. Because it's content and it's something. It's still the newest game out, even though it's not great. I think doing a camo grind can still be somewhat fun, The not fun part about it is everything before it, because what I like to do for these camo grinds is I like to unlock like half the camos or like a little more than half the camos and then start the video, because if I start the video trying to unlock every single camo, that's going to be like a 5-hour video, right? So yeah, so like the camo grind, like recording the videos and doing them live on stream with everybody is really fun. It's just like the stuff beforehand, especially because Vanguard, you got to get the weapons to level 70. It's just like, fuck me, come on. Why is this? Why are we doing this?
That's the kind of issue with I found with Vanguard is I strongly don't believe the game was made for camo challenges or anything like that. I really don't. I think the game was made as a last attempt to do something,
attempt to say, hey, we have zombies in this game.
We have zombies in this game, so everyone from the zombie community should buy this game. Because we have zombies in this game. We have more zombies content in this game than World at War, but less than Black Ops 1. So that's essentially what they did, isn't it? We have more zombies content in this game than World at War.
I don't know about that. World at War had a pack bunch of camo.
Base game. Base game.
Oh, base. Okay, all right, that's fine.
So we have more content than base World at War, but less content than DLC World at War. And that game came out like 12 years ago.
What an interesting comparison to make, actually. Like, you really do think about it, and you go, oh my god.
That's actually true.
That's actually true. And they're both World War II themed games, which is the saddest part about it all.
So base World at War has less content.
Wow.
Yay. But DLC, one DLC.
I mean, hey,
equalish.
Look. We can take solace in the fact that Krampus is being removed on Tuesday. We can be solace in the fact that Krampus in multiplayer in Warzone is finally being removed on Tuesday. I honestly, man, out of all the things they could have done for a holiday event or for any event and anything Call of Duty related, why that? Like, that was one of the most annoying things I've experienced and everybody has experienced in multiplayer, in Warzone. I mean, you're just minding your own business. In the middle of a gunfight, Krampus is just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go ruin it. Like,
I'm going to target you, too. I'm going to target you and only you. So the gunfight you're in is irrelevant. You know?
Yeah, it's dumb.
It makes no... I mean, it's fun, right? It's fun... I mean, no, it's a fun idea. It's a fun idea, right?
Like, no.
But I think they just did it completely wrong.
It needed to be its own game mode. Like, think about it this way. Think about it this way. It could have totally been like a Krampus raid boss, where it's like you and what's multiplayer. Like, I know they have the tactical pacing on. Okay, let's just call it tactical pacing, right? It's like five versus Krampus, right? And Krampus is like a raid boss, where you go on a multiplayer map, Oasis, Berlin, whatever the maps are in that game. And Krampus is like a raid boss, and he has a health meter. He's got a shitload of health. You dump a lot of ammo into him, and you try not to die. And like, that'd be such a cool concept, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just something, I'm not gonna lie, I just thought of that off the top of my head. But nah. They're like, dude, you want to just die for no reason? Okay, here you go.
You know, I think.
What do you think?
Here's a game what I would like. Krampus Infected.
Ooh. Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
I think that'd be fun. So what you do is you spawn in with your random, your set weapon class, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it would be like normal Infected, but I don't know. There'd be a twist to it. Obviously, it wouldn't just be a Krampus skin,
Yeah, well, because Krampus can teleport.
Yeah.
So
I think that should be a thing where he can teleport. So if you're camping in a spot, it doesn't necessarily mean you're always safe, right?
Right.
It doesn't mean you're always safe, because you can just teleport behind you and be like, I'm here. I'm gonna kill you, and there's nothing you can do about it because I have more health than everyone in this game combined.
Well, so basically what you're describing essentially is Scream Deathmatch from the Haunting event in Black Ops Cold War, where it was Ghostface hunting everybody down, or there were, depending on how many players there were 2 Ghostfaces.
Oh yeah,
that was such a fun time, man. I mean, I remember on the day the Haunting event came out, I spent like 5.5 hours on stream with DK, just nonstop playing everything, just grinding it all out. I mean, that was one of my most favorite events ever.
Do you remember the imposter game mode?
Of course I do. Double Agent. Double Agent was so much fun.
Is it still in the game?
No, because LTMs and like
what? Keep the good game modes in. Put them in their own.
I don't know. I don't know why they do that.
Put party game modes in their own playlist. So if you want to play gun game, if you want to play any of the...
Their thing is, party game modes are their own playlist, but it's only gun game, prop hunt, one in the chamber. Like, it's only that. It's not Double Agent. It's not Scream Deathmatch. It's not
why not throw them in?
I don't know, man. Because here's the thing. I think we all know why they did it is to try to inflate the player numbers, to say like, hey, people are jumping on and people are playing the mode because it's limited time. And look at this, we got players on. But at the end of the day, you're not going to retain those players if the game mode isn't there. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you know whose fault this is?
Whose fault is this?
Fortnite.
The lights go off. Fortnite.
It is, folks. Because they started the idea off. And fair enough. I can understand for a battle royale style game. But...
That's it. We're doing the rest of this episode in the dark ether.
Absolutely. Watch this.
Oh my god, he's even more in the dark ether. I can't turn anything else off. This is just my computer screen. That's
So, have you guys heard about the hit game World War II? No. Have you guys heard about the hit game Vanguard Zombies?
Oh my gosh. Is it I'm going to turn my light back on. So basically I don't know, man. Double Agent was such a lighting. Oh, dude, that lighting looks so great.
I know, thank you.
Yeah, man. But no, honestly, Double Agent was one of the greatest multiplayer game modes ever. I remember doing now he's in heaven. I remember doing a couple streams of Double Agent. You were there for one of them.
Yeah, no, I was there for one. I was there for when it first came out, I think.
Yeah, it was
everyone came and played it.
Yeah, it was you, me, DK, Greg, Fajardi, Rage, and I think a couple of other Rage's friends.
Clarky there?
I don't think Clarky was there. No.
He's normally there when there's like an event going on with stuff going on. So.
And then I remember I hopped into another game with it was me, DK Fajardi, and then it was MJ Crazer, the guy who plays Stitch in Cold War, and Damon Victor Allen, the voice actor of Woods. That was fun, but like the stream was so messed. Like people were having audio problems. Streams were disconnecting. My audio wasn't working. I could barely talk to everybody. Like it was such a mess of a stream, but I had so much fun. I had so much fun. I remember going, wow, actual Stitch killed me.
Wow.
I was like, wow. Okay. Like I get killed by Stitch skins all the time in Cold War. There's like, oh, okay, the actual Stitch just killed me.
you got killed by the original.
Pretty much, yeah. But they're nice guys. They're really nice guys. I would love to have MJ and Damon both on the podcast. You know, they would be such great guests. Just talk and chill.
One of our goals is for next year or this year even, it's to get more guests on.
Which is a good segue into our New Year wow.
Yes, our New Year's resolution. Our New Year resolutions portion of today's podcast.
New Year's resolutions.
We talk about everything we plan to do this year. For example,
more guests, more Let's Plays, more stuff for you guys at home because you're fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I'll talk about this for a second. One of my things is to get more content out on Division Z and my own channels, respectively. So for one of the ways in tackling that is by leaving my current job and going to the 12-hour, 3 shifts a week lifestyle. So it means I have 4 weeks to not 4 weeks. It'd be nice if I had 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Damn.
4 weeks every week to make content. That'd be great.
You work 3 days out of every month, and then you have 4 weeks.
That I have 4 weeks is pretty great. So the idea is to get more content out. I work 3 days, 12 hours, very, very stressful, busy work. but then it means half the week I get to do YouTube stuff. And
hey, we got to respect the grind, though. I mean, that's,
that's the limits awesome. Because, I mean, with YouTube is like, you can do it. If you're just managing your own channel, you can definitely do it in like a Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. But since obviously I want to focus more on Division Z as well, alongside my own stuff, because I'm trying to run 2 channels. My zombies one's a little bit dead at the moment because there's nothing to post. But I definitely plan on changing that going into this year.
For sure.
With videos coming out at least once a week for zombies. And then my second channel, which I'm trying to focus on with videos. I already have like 7 videos listed up for this year to go for that. And I have a few other fun ideas to do as well. I'm going to be working through each COD game, doing a bunch of videos in each COD game. And then I'll be branching out to some other games as well once I let that whole COD section of this channel kind of do its own little time. But no, that's one of our goals, obviously, is get more content out, get more guests, polish a few things here and there, perhaps a little rebrand in terms of maybe a new profile picture, maybe something like that. Who knows? That could be something.
I mean, at the end of the day, we definitely have a few ideas circling around for you guys, and we have ideas. We definitely have ideas. We want to get more guests on, especially because, I mean, guests are some of our favorite things to do on this. Just talk to people about the game, talk to people about the industry. And, we're going to try to get a lot more guests on in 2021 because it's been a little while since we've had a guest on, actually. I mean, the last guest we had on was Dave Boat. So it's been a little while.
That was like a month ago, was it? Maybe just over a month?
End of November, or no. Like beginning of November, end of October kind of a thing. So we definitely want to focus more on getting some more guests on for you guys because we have a list. We're going to check it twice. We're like Santa Claus, even though Christmas is already over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know also with New Year's resolutions, we're just going to try to bring the best content we can to you guys and just keep it going. Just keep Division Z rolling, and we're not going anywhere.
No,
we're not going anywhere.
Not for this year.
Even if the zombies community, we're about to say the same thing.
Info Zombies is a little bit dead at the moment, and even the community might be a little bit like, not as high.
It's not truly dead. I don't think. I think we're just in a downtrend, but we're not going to go away. We're definitely not going to go away.
We're not going to go away.
This is our 74th episode. I mean, do you think we're going to go away? I don't think we're going to go away.
No, I think we at least do 1,000 episodes.
I think we do at least 1,000 episodes. Outlive all the other podcasts in the entire planet.
Yep, absolutely. I don't think that's a bad idea. And 1,000 episodes. How long have we been doing the podcast for? Be? About.
Well, considering we do an episode a week, so that's 52. 52 give or take, right? So let's say like in case we miss a week or two, right? Let's say like 50. 50.
1, 2, 3, 4, about 20 years.
Sounds good to me.
roughly 20 years. A little bit less since we've already gotten a little bit of a start. So maybe more
20
around like
years
19.
of Division Z. Who's ready for it?
I'm ready.
Man. And then,
I'm ready.
That'd be fucking cool though. But I know for a fact, for me personally, a 2022 New Year's resolution is, y'all know I'm getting back into voice acting, or I'm already back into voice acting. I'm definitely going to be looking to expand my horizons there and to really get super serious with that and to, really buckle down. I'm really looking forward to the future of that. And then, of course, grow everything. Grow Division Z, grow my channel, just grow as a person, too. I mean, everybody has potential to grow even bigger and better and stronger in this year than they were last year. So even though the world, things might seem very bleak, there's always a ray of light. There's always a ray of light that you can go to. And you can always become better. You can learn more things. You can acquire new skills. You can experience new things, even if things are kind of weird and uncertain and not very good in the world right now. There's always that light at the end of the tunnel, and you give meaning to that light at the end of the tunnel. So
absolutely,
we're gonna just tackle
is what I have is to eat healthier, as you always have.
Of course,
eat healthier. You exercise a little bit more. That the basic ones, because you work out. You work out a little bit, don't you?
I do. I work out when I can. I work out a couple times a week. But I could definitely maybe do a little bit more of that. Maybe do more cardio. Maybe do some more whatever. Right? I think there's definitely some good healthful goals that I think everybody can set for 2022.
I think one I want to do is not cut out like soda, but I need to cut down.
That's fair.
I feel like I need to do.
Yeah.
I find over the past few months that energy drinks they help me get through stuff, whether it's work or editing videos or just grinding for long periods of time. They help. I think maybe there's better ways of getting energy. Like I know G Fuel can be healthier, and I know it's marketed as a healthy alternative, but at the same time,
I've never had G Fuel, so I don't know what to tell you there.
Same time, maybe I'm just better off with drinking good old classic water.
Yeah, to be honest, it just what I think personally. Yeah, water is just gonna be the best thing for you.
Water and coffee
help you flush yourself out. I mean, even too much coffee can be detrimental too. I mean, you got to flush yourself out. Water is life, basically. So
we're made of 60% water, so you can get a little bit more of that. Doesn't hurt anyone.
Exactly. Yeah, gotta stay hydrated. That's why I have I have my hydrate channel points redemption on my channel. People can make me drink water when I'm streaming. It's like, oh wow, thanks guys. Things like that.
Drink more.
But I think at the end of the day, 2022 is a year that is filled with a ton of potential, and we are looking forward to the future of that potential, and we are going to do the best we can to.
Because there's nothing in the way. There's nothing in the way. There's no. Well, I mean, for me now, my biggest thing was working a Monday till Friday. Now that's not going to be the case. A Monday to Wednesday night, sometimes night shifts, or whenever I get my free shifts. Like it's my biggest obstacles out of the way now. Like I know now that in a month's time, I'm going to be able to buckle down and do work stuff and then YouTube stuff at home and treat it like it should be, like its own like job. Because I know I'm going to have 2 days dedicated to YouTube each week now. Yeah. That's going to be something I'm going to do. So I'm confident in saying that I know I'm going to be able to do what I want this year with YouTube and maintain, having work. So
awesome. And who knows? It's all about that. It's all about that balance, man.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe at the end of the year, maybe with my second channel, if it does well enough, maybe I can just do YouTube. Maybe I can just do YouTube if everything works out. Just like man. You. Maybe at some point zombies will do slightly better, and then both our channels will start. we'll go
maybe a little bit more. Maybe people will start playing more Call of Duty after Vanguard. Maybe Modern Warfare 2 is going to be a really great game that brings the community together. Maybe Zombies Chronicles 2 will come out. I mean, they're probably not, but like
probably not. And if they did, I don't think they'd use the title Zombies Chronicles. But saying that,
I think
it
would
generate so much money.
I think they would.
It would generate so much money. It would, yeah. It's like the Black Ops brand. You know how they keep reusing that? The only reason they're doing it at this
Here's
point
what you do. You release Zombies Chronicles 2 for free, okay? Hear me out.
Yeah.
Treyarch, Activision, use this model. I don't care. Here's the thing. You release Zombies Chronicles 2 for free. Include whatever maps you want in there. Transit Remastered, Buried Remastered, whatever it is, right? Where you make your money is you release Dempsey, Nikolai, Takio, and Richtofen as their own bundles with their own blueprints, their own finisher moves, their own like things, and you have those as bundles. Now, I know people are like, leave them in the past, they're dead, who cares? We're with the evolution of the story, whatever. Right? I get it, but it doesn't matter who you play as in Black Ops Cold War. No, because
it's all just cosmetic. Think of it this way, right? You got Captain Price in COD Modern Warfare 2019. Right. Then you have old Captain Price. You have Captain Price from how many ever years ago.
Right.
COD 4, COD Modern Warfare 2.
You can play as Rambo in Zombies. I think that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
I think that's all you need to know. Like, it doesn't matter if you play as Dempsey or Takio in the Dark Ether storyline, you know?
No, because it's not canon, them being there.
Yeah.
Know? And honestly,
although I would like to see what the canon operators are, like low key, that'd be really cool.
I think after time kind of went past Cold War, it's not people have forgotten, but it's hyped down a little. The fact that Richtofen is once again
back in the
story, which is cool.
Actually, the other thing is too that one more thing that I'd like to mention about this whole operator thing before we get going here is I think if they were to make the operator system canon, right, you do two things. You can do two things with it. One, have, like, in the intel, tell us which operators are canon. Like, is Hunter canon? Is Powers canon? Is, Song canon? Whatever. You either do that, or you do, I know this was a lot of meticulous work and a lot of things like that, right? But the backstories of every single operator and how they get involved with Requiem, and make that its own, like, multiverse kind of canon, right? So, because you have NATO and Warsaw Pact forces working together in Zombies, right? There should be no reason why Stitch and Adler would be on the same team working for Requiem, trying to do an operation. There should be no reason, right? Canonically with the Black Ops universe. But why are they working together in Zombies, right? What would be the backstory there? Why are they forced to do that? Or, like, Naga is working with all these guys too. Like, Naga and Woods are working together. Why would they work together? I think they could have made a canonical story as to why some of the Warsaw Pact operators decided to work with Requiem and work with their enemy to, I don't know, defeat a common evil, or whatever kind of theme or story. And I think that could have been really, really cool for them to do. Like, why specifically are these operators working with Requiem? Why do they want to work with Requiem? And that could have brought more legitimacy to the fact that, oh, maybe it does matter who I play as, because then there's different outcomes and there's different, it's like the multiverse. It's like a Zombies multiverse, where in this universe, as a team of 4 players, we have Woods and Adler and Baker and Stitch all working together. Yeah. And then in the other one, we have Naga and Wraith and Jackal and Hunter working together. Like, whatever, In
another one, you have Woods and Woods and Woods
and Woods and Woods and Woods.
You have 4 Woods working together.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about the repeating characters, but what I'm saying...
Woods, No Way Home.
Woods, No Way Home. Yeah, exactly. But no, seriously, I think that could have been really, really cool.
That would be... honestly, things like that, I think, would be a good addition to the next zombie game they make if they choose to go down the route of operators.
Right.
Which is most likely going to be the case. It probably will be. And it's good, and I guess... it works and doesn't work. I think a perfect system in the middle is have a set of characters for that map, but then you can change them with operators if you want to.
I see what you're saying.
So if you get what I mean, I think having a set of characters to correlate with a story, but making it so you can do the Easter egg either or with them or without them.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But then, at the same time, it's like, would the cutscenes and all that stuff be with the canonical operators, or would the cutscenes be with, the ones that you equipped? And then that would be like, what would it matter who I play as?
Yeah, I think with the cutscenes, it would just be whoever you are, but you would know that version wasn't like canon, like personally, these are just generic operators, and I think they could have like a disclaimer at the start, like, of the game, I don't know. Play as this map set of characters to truly understand the story. I guess you could say, because they'll have quotes in that dedicated to that map. Obviously.
So basically, like World War II zombies in that way, because you have like the guys that become the Raven Lords, and then you can play as like some of the other side characters that are in the universe too.
Yeah, exactly like that. That'd be the exact system you kind of like copy.
Hey, I would be willing to try that again. Why not?
Yeah. Honestly, we should do a series where we go through every zombie map in the year 2022. This is Nactor and Toten in 2022.
This is Nactor and Toten in 2022. and it's the same as it was.
It's the same as it was like 12 years ago. Unbelievable.
Mind blown. But well, ladies and gentlemen, this was a fun episode of the podcast, kind of a laid back and chill episode again. Yeah. But, I think we definitely talked about some good ideas, talked about some Infinite Warfare, talked about food and mystery boxes in real life and gambling. And then, of course, we talked about the Black Ops Cold War operators. We talked more about Vanguard and the things that aren't very great with that game. Mm-hmm. Overall, some good topics today. Do you have any other closing thoughts before we end off the first episode of the podcast in 2022?
I hope you guys had a good last year, obviously. I know it's a little bit more of a rough year. And I also hope you guys, if your goals set out for this year, and I hope you guys crush them all. I know you guys will. We both know you will.
Absolutely.
If it seems hard, just keep at it. You'll eventually get there.
There you go. Never give up. Keep grinding. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching episode 74 of the Division Z podcast. What was your favorite part? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Yes. And with that said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, depending on where you are in this crazy world. We'll see you all next time. I didn't mess up my words. Don't worry. We powered through it. We'll see you all next time. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.